The hidden danger of misplaced kindness. Have you ever walked away from helping someone and felt drained, unappreciated, or even manipulated? You offered your time, your money, your support, only to be left feeling used. If so, you're not alone. The hard truth is, not everyone deserves your help. I know that might sound harsh, but listen carefully. Even Jesus didn't help everyone. Throughout the Bible, we are taught to be loving, kind, and generous, but we are also warned to use wisdom and discernment in where we place our energy. Matthew 7:6 gives us a powerful lesson. Do not give dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they may trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces. In other words, not everyone values what you offer. Sometimes helping the wrong people can drain your energy until you have nothing left for those who truly need you. Enable destructive behaviors that keep people trapped instead of helping them grow. Open doors for manipulation that can damage your peace, your faith, and your purpose. C.S. Lewis once wrote, "The hardness of God is kinder than the softness of men, and his compulsion is our liberation." God's love is wise love. It corrects, it disciplines, and it doesn't encourage toxic cycles. If you've ever struggled with people-pleasing, toxic relationships, or feeling guilty for setting boundaries, then this message is for you. Today, we're going to expose 8 types of people you should not help, and what biblical wisdom and C.S. Lewis teach us about protecting our hearts, minds, and faith. These are the people who take, but never give back. Drain your energy without ever changing. Manipulate your kindness for their own benefit. The Bible tells us to help the needy, not the greedy. And there's a difference. So as we go through this, reflect on your relationships. Are you investing in healthy, God-honoring connections? Or are you pouring into empty wells? By the end of this, you'll know who to help, who to walk away from, and how to protect your heart with biblical wisdom. If you're ready for this eye-opening truth, keep watching, hit that like button, and subscribe for more biblical wisdom and life-changing insights. Now let's dive into the first type of person you should never help. G. The perpetual victim, the person who thrives on crisis. Have you ever known someone who always seems to be in a crisis? No matter how much you help them, they never seem to improve. They're always saying, "This time is different. I really need help. You're the only one who understands me. If you don't help me, I don't know what I'll do." At first you feel compassion. You think, maybe they just need a little support to get back on their feet. But over time, you realize something. They don't actually want solutions. They want sympathy. They love being the victim. The Bible warns us about this pattern in Proverbs 19:19 ESV. "A man of great wrath will pay the penalty, for if you deliver him, you will only have to do it again." That means that if you keep rescuing the same person from the same problem, they'll never learn. Some people don't want to change. They want an audience for their suffering. You may have met this kind of person before, the friend who always has drama in their life, but never takes your advice. The relative who constantly needs financial help, but never budgets their money. The co-worker who complains about their job, but never applies for a better one. Helping these people doesn't solve anything, it only traps you in their cycle of dysfunction. C.S. Lewis put it this way: "You cannot go on explaining away forever. You will find that you have explained explanation itself away. At some point you have to stop explaining, stop rescuing, and stop fixing." So, what should you do? 1. Recognize the pattern. If someone repeatedly makes the same mistakes and ignores wise counsel, they are choosing stagnation over growth. 2. Set boundaries. You can be kind without being a doormat. Offer guidance once, but don't let them drag you into their chaos. 3. Redirect their focus. Instead of giving them money, point them toward job opportunities or budgeting resources. Instead of comforting their latest drama, encourage self-improvement. Proverbs 13:20 NIV says, "Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm." If someone refuses to grow, you are not obligated to carry their burdens for them. It is not cruel to say no. In fact, sometimes The best way to love someone is to let them face the consequences of their actions. Jesus never chased after people who rejected wisdom. Instead, he focused on those who were willing to learn and grow. Your help should be a bridge to transformation, not a crutch for dysfunction. Think about it. Are you helping someone to heal or helping them stay stuck? The choice is yours. The chronic complainer, the person who never sees the good. Do you know someone who always finds something to complain about? No matter what happens, they focus on what's wrong instead of what's right. You offer them advice, they reject it. You encourage them, they dismiss it. You help them solve a problem, they find another problem to whine about. These people don't want solutions. They want an audience for their misery. Proverbs 27:15 gives us a warning. A quarrelsome wife is like the dripping of your roof in a rainstorm. A chronic complainer is just like that, a constant, irritating drip that drains your energy and steals your joy. The truth is, some people aren't looking for answers. They're looking for validation for their negativity. You've probably met this kind of person. The coworker who complains about the company, the boss, and even the coffee, but never does anything to improve their situation. The family member who blames others for everything wrong in their life, while ignoring their own bad decisions. The friend who always finds something negative to say, even in the middle of good news. C.S. Lewis described this perfectly. Hell begins with a grumbling mood, always complaining, always blaming others. Think about that for a moment. A complaining heart is the beginning of a miserable life. So, what should you do when faced with a chronic complainer? 1. Don't engage in their negativity. If you constantly listen and sympathize, you're feeding their habit. Instead, redirect the conversation to solutions. 2. Set boundaries. You are not responsible for fixing their mindset. If they refuse to see the good, walk away. 3. Protect your peace. Complaining is contagious. If you surround yourself with negativity, it will eventually affect you. The Bible gives us this wisdom in Proverbs 14 verse 7. Stay away from a fool, for you will not find knowledge on their lips. Jesus himself did not waste time arguing with people who rejected wisdom. He taught, he offered truth, but he did not force anyone to change. And neither should you. If someone is committed to seeing the worst in life, that's their choice. But you don't have to let their darkness steal your light. Instead of being drained by a complainer, spend your time with those who inspire, encourage, and uplift you. Your energy is sacred. Protect it. The entitled one, the person who thinks you owe them. Have you ever helped someone only to feel like they expected it, as if they were entitled to your time, money, or kindness? Some people don't see help as a gift. They see it as a right. They act as if the world and everyone in it exists to serve them. You give them a favor. They don't say thank you. You help them once. They expect it again and again. You say no. They get angry as if you've betrayed them. These are the entitled ones, the people who take without gratitude and without limits. The Bible warns us about this mindset in 2 Thessalonians 3, NIV. The one who is unwilling to work shall not eat. God does not reward laziness, selfishness, or entitlement. He blesses those who are willing to work, grow, and appreciate what they have. But an entitled person? They believe they deserve help without putting in effort. They deserve support without showing appreciation. They deserve favors without ever returning them. Think about it. The friend who always borrows money but never offers to pay you back. The family member who demands your time but never asks how you're doing. The person who expects you to serve them but would never do the same for you. C.S. Lewis once said, "Humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less." But the entitled person does the opposite. They think only of themselves. So, what should you do when dealing with an entitled person? 1. Recognize the pattern. If someone only contacts you when they need something, but never gives back, that's not a healthy relationship. That's exploitation. 2. Set clear boundaries. It's okay to say no. You're not responsible for making someone else's life easier at your own expense. Stop rewarding ungratefulness. If someone never appreciates what you give, stop giving. Gratitude should be a two-way street. The Bible tells us in Proverbs 29 verse 21 IV, a servant pampered from youth will turn out to be insolent. In other words, if you spoil someone with constant favors, they will never respect you or your kindness. Jesus helped the humble, the grateful, and the faithful, but he did not reward entitlement. You are not obligated to help someone who refuses to appreciate, grow, or give back. Choose wisdom over guilt. Choose healthy relationships over one-sided expectations. If someone treats your kindness like a requirement, it's time to walk away. The chronic liar, the person who deceives and manipulates. Have you ever trusted someone only to find out later that they twisted the truth, manipulated your kindness, or used deception to get what they wanted? Some people lie so naturally that they make you question your own judgment. They always have an excuse. They always have a reason. They always promise, this time will be different. But deep down, you know the truth. They cannot be trusted. The Bible's warning about liars. God despises deception. Proverbs 12:22 tells us, the Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in people who are trustworthy. A chronic liar is not just someone who tells small lies, they use lies as a weapon. They lie to gain sympathy. They fabricate sob stories to make you feel bad. Avoid responsibility. They blame others for their mistakes. Manipulate situations. They twist facts to get what they want. Take advantage of trust. They use emotions, faith, and guilt against you. C.S. Lewis warned about this. A false belief is not only dangerous to the believer, but to everyone around him. A liar's deception doesn't just hurt them, it hurts everyone who believes them. How to recognize a chronic liar. They always have a story, but the details change over time. They play the victim whenever they get caught. They never take responsibility for their actions. They promise change, but never follow through. Think about that friend, co-worker, or family member who has lied to you in the past. How many times have you given them another chance, only to be deceived again? What should you do? 1. Trust patterns, not words. If someone has lied repeatedly, believe their actions, not their apologies. 2. Set boundaries. Stop lending money, doing favors, or offering help when you know they are manipulating you. 3. Be wise with your trust. Jesus himself said in Matthew 10:16 NIV, be as shrewd as serpents and as innocent as doves. That means we should be kind, but not naive. The Bible also warns in 1 Corinthians 15:33, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. If you continue surrounding yourself with deception, it will start to impact your faith, your peace, and your discernment. Final truth. Stop believing the lies. A chronic liar will never change until they face the consequences of their actions. You are not responsible for fixing someone who refuses to be honest. Jesus never tolerated deception. He called out the Pharisees, exposed liars, and spoke truth with authority. So today ask yourself, who in your life has lied to you again and again? How many times have you ignored the warning signs? Is it time to walk away and protect your peace? The answer is clear. Stop trusting those who refuse to walk in truth. The opportunist, the person who only comes around when they need something. Have you ever noticed that some people only show up when they need something? They don't check in on you. They don't ask how you're doing. They don't show appreciation. But the moment they need a favor, money, connections, or support, they suddenly remember your number. These are opportunists, people who see relationships as transactions, not connections. The Bible's warning about opportunists. Proverbs 14:7 NIV gives us this wisdom. Stay away from a fool, for you will not find knowledge on their lips. An opportunist doesn't value you. They value what they can get from you. They disappear when you need help, but expect you to be there for them. Only reach out when they want money, a favor, or a connection. Never invest in the relationship, only withdraw from it. Jesus spoke about this in Matthew 10:16. Be as shrewd as serpents and as innocent as doves. That means you should be kind, but also wise. Recognizing an opportunist. They only call or message you when they need something. They take but never give. Friendship with them is one-sided. They never show gratitude for the help you provide. Once they get what they want, they disappear. Think about it. Have you ever had a friend who suddenly became your best buddy only when they needed a loan? Or a family member who ignores you until they need a favor? C.S. Lewis reminds us, integrity is doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. But an opportunist only does what benefits them, and they expect you to go along with it. How to handle opportunists. 1. Stop being a resource. If someone only takes and never gives, cut off the supply. 2. Say no without guilt. You are not obligated to help people who never help you. Test the relationship. If they only show up when they need something, ask for something in return. Watch how quickly they disappear. The right way to give. Jesus helped those who had faith, those who were grateful, and those who sought wisdom. He did not reward selfishness. Proverbs 22:16 IV tells us, one who oppresses the poor to increase his wealth and one who gives gifts to the rich, both come to poverty. If someone only values you for what they can take from you, they don't deserve your help. The bottom line, stop investing in one-sided relationships. Friendship should be a two-way street. Help should come from a place of love, not obligation. If someone only remembers you when they need something, it's time to rethink the relationship. Your time, energy, and generosity are precious. Don't waste them on opportunists. The drama seeker, the person who thrives on chaos. Have you ever met someone who seems addicted to conflict? No matter what's happening, they always find a way to stir up drama. They exaggerate problems. They turn small issues into big fights. They create division, gossip, and emotional chaos everywhere they go. These are drama seekers, people who don't want peace because they feed on chaos. The Bible's warning about drama seekers. Proverbs 22:10 tells us, drive out the mocker and out goes strife. Quarrels and insults are ended. In other words, when you remove a toxic person, peace follows. A drama seeker isn't happy unless there's something to be mad about. They pick fights over small things. Gossip, spread rumors and twist the truth. Always see themselves as the victim. Create tension between people just to get attention. These people thrive on negativity, and if you let them into your life, they will drag you into their storm. Signs you're dealing with a drama seeker. They always have an enemy or a conflict. They exaggerate situations to make themselves the center of attention. They try to drag others into their arguments. They get angry when you don't take their side. Have you ever had a friend who was constantly in a feud with someone? Or a coworker who creates workplace tension for no reason? Drama seekers do not bring value to your life. They bring stress, gossip, and emotional exhaustion. C.S. Lewis put it this way, pride gets no pleasure out of having something, only out of having more of it than the next man. And drama seekers are full of pride. They love conflict because it makes them feel important. How to handle drama seekers. 1. Refuse to participate. If they try to pull you into their fights, walk away. 2. Don't feed their gossip. If they start talking negatively about others, change the subject. 3. Protect your peace. You are not responsible for fixing their chaos. Proverbs 26:20 gives us this wisdom. Without wood, a fire goes out. Without a gossip, a quarrel dies down. If you stop feeding the drama, it loses power. Final truth. Guard your mind and heart. Jesus was never drawn into senseless arguments. He focused on truth, peace, and purpose. Ask yourself, is someone in your life constantly pulling you into drama? Do they leave you feeling drained instead of encouraged? Is it time to step back and reclaim your peace? The answer is simple. Remove the drama and you will find peace. The one-way street, the person who only takes, never gives. Have you ever been in a relationship, friendship, family, or even work, where you do all the giving but the other person does nothing in return? You're always there when they need help. You offer support, encouragement, and resources. You listen, sacrifice, and go out of your way for them. But when you need something? Silence. These are the one-way street people. those who are happy to receive, but never willing to give. The Bible's warning about one-sided relationships, Luke 6:38, tells us, "Give and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together and running over, will be poured into your lap." God designed relationships to be mutual, not one-sided. But some people only take, and if you let them, they will drain you completely. They expect help but never offer it, only show up when they need something, make excuses when you ask for support. Act like your kindness is a given, not a gift. Recognizing a one-way relationship. They never ask how you're doing, only what you can do for them. They guilt-trip you when you say no. They never show gratitude for your help. They disappear when you need them. Think about the friend, family member, or colleague in your life who fits this pattern. Do you feel valued in that relationship, or do you feel like a resource they use? What should you do? 1. Recognize your worth. Your time, energy, and kindness are valuable. Don't waste them on people who don't appreciate them. 2. Stop overgiving. Helping is good, but not at the cost of your own well-being. 3. Set clear boundaries. It's okay to say no, and you don't need to explain yourself. C.S. Lewis reminds us, a true friend is one who has your back, not just one who uses you. If someone never invests in you, it's time to reevaluate the relationship. The right way to give. Jesus gave freely, but he also expected growth and change. He didn't endlessly pour into people who refused to listen. The Bible tells us in Proverbs 18:24, NIV, "One who has unreliable friends soon comes to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother." A real friend gives as well as receives. Final truth, your energy matters. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect. Giving is beautiful, but only when it's valued. If someone only takes, it's time to step back. Protect your heart, protect your peace, and invest in people who truly care. Choose wisdom over blind kindness. Helping others is one of the greatest expressions of love, but love without wisdom can lead to exhaustion, manipulation, and heartbreak. Jesus calls us to be kind, but also to be discerning. Not everyone deserves your time, energy, and resources. Some people will. Take advantage of your kindness. Drain your energy without ever changing. Use guilt and manipulation to keep you trapped. The Bible warns us in Matthew 7:6, "Do not give dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they may trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces." This is not about being selfish. It's about protecting your peace and honoring God's wisdom. Who are you investing in? Think about your relationships. Are you surrounded by people who encourage and uplift you? People who appreciate your kindness and reciprocate it? People who grow from the help you offer? Or are you constantly giving without receiving? Helping people who refuse to change? Feeling exhausted, used, and unappreciated? C.S. Lewis said, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. That means you are never too late to set new boundaries and prioritize your peace." The right way to help. 1. Pray for discernment. Ask God to guide you in who to help and who to walk away from. 2. Recognize patterns. If someone is constantly taking, manipulating, or draining you, it's time to step back. 3. Help wisely. Support those who are grateful, growing, and open to change. Jesus didn't chase after people who rejected him. He focused on those willing to listen, learn, and grow. Proverbs 4:23 reminds us, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." So, today I ask you, who in your life is draining you? Who in your life truly values your presence? Where can you redirect your kindness so it actually makes a difference? Let's continue to help with wisdom, love with discernment, and give without being taken for granted. If this message spoke to you, like, subscribe, and share. Someone needs to hear this today. May God bless you with strength, wisdom, and peace. See you in the next video.